Yeah, it's nice to be able to see the development, and then you get to play with him still in the air.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
Off the play fake, McAllister. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I'm ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Yes, you gotta jump him.
49ers with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready, 70, Indy.
Let me know.
Off play action. Shirley. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Little. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready. 57 to Mike. You got nothing to win. You got nothing. Fight.
To throw on third down. Shirley. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Here you go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got three down. Check now, 6-6, pull it high. Go.
Looking to throw. Shirley. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Check 13. Check 13.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Shirley. Wide open receiver, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 1st down, Little. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 2. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want that about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Back to throw. Shirley. That's caught at the 3. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
I'm ready.
Right back to him on first down. And he's got room. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Little, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And to give this time to the tailback. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Off the play fake. Shirley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, team 6, team 6. 56, Mike, 56. Watch the run.
Looking to throw. Shirley. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on 3rd down, Shirley. He gets it to Brown, complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
61, matchbox, right.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Shirley. Throw left side complete. That's Little. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Leo.
2nd and 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Beck. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Ricky. Check. Fresno.
I'm ready.
Go.
Now a handoff looking right.
Oh, God.
Some room to roam now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl, where the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Yeah, exactly. We don't even give you a chat. We're not even
The
giving you a
kickoff
chance
team
to
on the
break
field
it
now
up.
as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Little. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way out to the 46. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Little. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Check tight.
Ready?
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shirley. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
Down. 60 out now. Let's get off the field, team. Pilot, 64. Weak. Check 3.
On first down, Shirley.
Oh, my
And his
God.
throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Let's go, team. Topper. Check 4.
Throwing again, Shirley. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
On 2nd down, it's Little, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be...
No worries.
Touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
I'm ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check three. Five.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And touchdown, 49ers.
What do you want me to do?
62 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking middle, and that's complete. 4 catches already here in this Super Bowl. He's got another first down. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Shirley. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Keep going.
Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down now, it's Little. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Shirley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Shirley. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
I'm going to run you. Go. Check 43. Set 5.
Now they try the right side here. And some room to work. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Check, 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 check.
Yep.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready? 50, play. Shift.
I'm ready.
Snap.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown,
Tackle
San
him.
Francisco.
Why are we not tackling? We just
Nicole
run by
Hardman
them.
in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
The Ravens take over 10-10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Let's go.
The final shot before break. Shirley, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Oh, classic.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, it's Little. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. They were trying to go to Brown once again.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Ready to break. I'm coming for you.
Oh, no.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Yeah.
Check.
Oh, no.
Watch the slant.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Shirley. Now he'll escape to it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Off play action. Shirley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Nicole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Ready? Check. 59. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Deuce.
I'm ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On the ready.
Yeah.
5-9. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, high 7. 59. Mike 59. Watch the block.
I'm ready.
Watch the block.
On 3rd down, McAllister. This pass going to be caught by
goodness.
Hardman.
Dude.
He finds some open field here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Nicole Hardman with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Got
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Oh, no.
They'll run it down out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw on 3rd down. Shirley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Throwing on 1st down. Shirley. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Dude.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Slam, slam, slam. 6-6, bullet high, 5.
To throw again. Shirley. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Oh, my goodness.
Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch run, watch run.
I'm ready.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Oh, my God.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for the Niners. 78 yards.
Under 10, 10.
I'm ready.
Check 31, check 31. Hard, hard. Look at me. Door, door. Check safety, check safety. You're out. Shit. Ready, ready.
Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. Leo, Leo.
I'm ready.
Snap.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked in to what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Four, 3 for U.S. They're coming back.
On the
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Rush in.
I'm ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle. And that's going to tack on 15 more.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
I'm ready.
Crunch. Go. 56. Mike. Get it.
From the gun, McAllister. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Watch out.
I'm ready.
Watch out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a handoff looking right. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
I'm ready.
Now they try the right side here. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Safety's creeping.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Shirley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Shirley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Looking to throw. Shirley. This will be caught by Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, Shirley.
Oh, he's caught it.
Inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. From the gun, Shirley. Flushed out with under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens are in for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, Why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Nice, sweetheart. Check 52. Hey, orbit. Mike, check, 59. You ain't got to go.
On third down, McAllister completes it to Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a handoff looking right. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down. No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Yep.
Now they try the right side here.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
I'm ready.
Get it.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
Unbelievable.
Clips the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
What makes you go all the way
with a
inside?
record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
We got this at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh,
Looking
my
for more
goodness.
there on
Every
first
time.
down, but this throw downfield,
Guys.
incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, Shirley. And this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Shit.
I'm ready.
Ready.
And to give this time to the tailback.
Wow.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
I'm ready.
Quick edge. Go. Check. Rock it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Into the secondary again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do. And
it's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Ravens. 53 yards. On first down, Shirley. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Tucker now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
Oh my goodness.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Like, what is 17 doing?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance. Look
at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this one travels out
little
of
too
bounds,
hard.
so unsuccessful there on the onside kick
Canada
try.
plays at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Okay. Doesn't feel like Saturday tomorrow. Today felt like Saturday.
10-2 sir. Check 59. Gone. Check.
Let me know. Or sorry, I'm ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. And that'll line up incomplete.
Get some hands, buddy.
Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. 20. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey, wahoo! Fight!
Throwing on first down. Shirley. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Lucky.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm ready.
Right back to him on first down. A gain of 3, second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Bring it. Shift. Watch the shift. Out. Switch.
I'm ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Sometimes if you bump the substitution button too, it
Ready? 15 line.
Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Watch the safety creep.
I'm ready.
Now they try the right side here.
Oh my goodness.
He's got some breathing room. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I apologize to all AFC North members. We're supposed to pride ourselves on our defense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out
Catch
here.
the
Use that
ball.
as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how
X.
poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Oh, no.
To throw on third down, Shirley. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down.
No.
Get it.
On fourth down, Shirley. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask. The end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Exit.
Hey, Charlie.
Oh, no.
59. Mine's 59. No gain on this defense.
Big grip.
Off the play fake, Shirley. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, McAllister. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm ready.
Smooth.
Mike's 50.
Right.
Throwing again. McAllister. Wide open receiver complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
That's good for a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a first and 10. Back to throw. McAllister. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl.
We did not deserve to win that.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up, never not.
Well, we will.
Back to the drawing board. I've been in my bag like groceries, competition.
Last season we got
live from the winter side, ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes.
Yeah, I should be around.
What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coats. Oh no, no, I can't be number 2. MVP.
Yeah, I saw 3 or 4.
Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on.
Shut off.